Welcome into the Underground for tonight's epic show. 3 big bouts on the docket, all ready to deliver some knockout action. Strap on in as we enter an epic night of action right now.
It's not over until I win.
Well, this is certainly a new theme here in IPW.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Austin, Texas, Jordan Gray.
We welcome the Juggernaut into the Underground. Big Mama Pump is here to get some dubs. And the IPW Underground's a perfect proving ground to show why you belong here in IPW. We're still unsure which brand she has been drafted to as of now, but it is such a lovely sight to see ahead of this matchup.
And her opponent from Dallas, Texas,
Ren Sinclair, Grace's opponent here tonight. And she is set up in a difficult situation. Ren obviously learning the technical aspects of wrestling through her, I guess you could say, manager slash trainer? Charlie Dempsey! And now getting to showcase a bit of it here tonight in the Underground. Be ready ourselves. And away we go. Our opener for tonight's episode of the Underground is a battle between the powerhouse Jordan Grace and the technical prowess of Ren Sinclair. The first tie-up between these two has resulted in Grace getting advantage, but coming swinging now is Sinclair, up and down with the powerbomb. Ren repping the no quarter catch crew, a unit that's being built back up on the breakdown brand. Charlie Dempsey obviously in a victorious effort alongside Aura Mensa in that tag match against the AOP. Ren out there for that bout, watched on as Grace up and down with one powerbomb followed up big time knee. Grace is starting to unload some pretty big shots, but as we were saying, Sinclair has been trying to get involved more so on the breakdown side of things. That new era of IPW wrestling, future stars taking center stage on that brand, as Grace not going to get a clean break as Sinclair connects with a throat punch there. They tie up for a third time, and again, Grace forces Sinclair into the ropes. Ren, in trouble, comes through again with that throat punch. And Grace, you would have thought, would have learned her lesson from the second collar and elbow tie-up, but she does not. And instead, Sinclair comes through, landing some big shots. Tries to follow up onto Grace, but Grace is obviously very powerful. She's known as the Juggernaut for a reason. That's a nice back elbow. Scoop up. And a world's strongest slam sends Sinclair into the mat. But yeah, I have a feeling some new things are going to happen with the Pure Fusion Collective and the BCC. If you're unaware, No Quarter Catch crew have been looking for new team members to join up with them, as Red and Dempsey would be a good unit to join up with the PFC. Gets you 4 women and then a guy to help round out the roster, as that's a big time running knee from Grace, who's cooking on all cylinders right now. Tries to go for the slap. The paintbrush misses. Instead sends Grace running. Tries to grab her. Cannot do so. Ren manages to take the grab. Take the situation into her hands. But no. Grace shoots back. Now the Juggernaut has a target, crashing down into the back of Sinclair. Into the pin. She goes for the 2. There's our referee, big man Gregathy. Raises the number up. Down with the Fisherman's Buster. Sinclair taking a ride. Back to her feet. Hooks up Grace. Up to the powerbomb position. And straight back down. Big offense being showcased in our opener here on the Underground. As these two, well, future prospects. Grace may be nearer the future than Sinclair, but that's a big time driver. Almost the victory here for Jordan. Maybe needing more as Sinclair hooked up into the torture rack. Bomb planted. 1, 2. No. Nearly. Almost the victory. The cheeks are loose. And a flying Grace connects. Sinclair taken down a peg. And now going to be taken for a ride. Got wrench suplex from Jordan. The power on full display from Big Mama Pump. Neither woman could connect into the LED ring post. So opt for the Northern Light suplex. Why don't you? Good maneuver there by Ren regardless. As the 2 start to battle, a 6 count coming out from our referee, and I think Ren's going for a nice ride on the outside. A German suplex sends her across the front of our apron. An 8 count here. Grace makes it back in, as does Sinclair for the 10, but up on the shoulders. Grace may have been thinking Death Valley, not going to get it instead. Caught Sinclair. Lands a shot. Takes the back. Up and down. High angle German. Connecting with pretty big time implications as Sinclair. No, not going to keep control. Grace takes over. Kick to the groin. Hooks up into the pump handle. Slam. Plants her down into the pin. And no. How is that not the win? Sinclair still fighting. How much longer? Does she have much in the tank? Up and over. Ebb and flow DDT. And Sinclair calling her shot. She's busted open Grace. This could be the turnabout. Hooks her up. Fisherman's Buster. Into the pin as well. And no, nearly the win. A kick out in the nick of time by Grayson. Big Mama Pump's angry. Sends Sinclair running up, down with that slam. And both women busted open. Jordan lining up Ren. Hooks her up. Fujiwara armbar, salt of the earth. You name it, she's got it locked in. Looking to get the tap out. And gets it. Submission victory in the opener for Jordynne Grace. And the Juggernaut showcasing such explosive offense as well as some great technical aspects of the game. I wasn't expecting her to be the one to get a submission victory here to start off the Underground episode. But she's the one walking out with the dub via sub. And Big Mama Pump certainly pumped the crowd up with that performance. Sinclair had her moments. Suplexes came through. The shots did land. But they weren't enough to put away Jordynne Grace. With that, the opener's done and dusted as the replays run out. The second bout of the evening, set to be epic. Hopefully, it can live up to the expectations set by our opener. But we will have to see.
Here is your winner, Jordynne Grace!
Congratulations to Grace winning in her debut. But can she keep the momentum up on whichever brand she ends up on? We will have to see. From the women now to the men. The explosive music of the former tag team champions being played for only one man. Dubs up. It's Wolfgang.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing Gallus from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 255 pounds, Wolfgang!
Wolfgang enters this bout suffering a loss on his last singles outing. Tonight, looking to make amends, looking to come back swinging. No coffees behind him in support. He's doing it alone. Whether or not he can manage this fact is gonna be a different story. However, I've got a feeling he's gonna need a lot more than just the Coffee Brothers to help him with his opponent here tonight. The candles are set and lit. As a former NXT champ, former AEW Trios champ, enters the arena. Aleister Black, here to make his debut. A lot of debuts so far here tonight on Underground. What can you expect when the top stars all want to compete, want a shot, want to be drafted, for Christ's sake? Draft week last week was pretty nuts with who and where people ended up. Now with new stars finding their way into IPW, where they show up matters. And they want to make that impact in their debut. Grace did it in hers moments ago. Aleister Black looking to join her in that same trend. Wolfgang Not necessarily an easy opponent. Very rugged, bruisery, withstand a lot of punishment. Black, former kickboxer, capable of knocking out people with one shot. Wolfgang out fast, howling like a wolf, charging with the speed of one as well. We tie up similar to our opener. Wolfgang takes advantage of this one, taking a wrist lock here over Aleister Black. Wrenches a bit more, pulling Black down to a knee, keeping the pressure on. Black needs to reverse it. Not going to be able to do so instead. Arm drag takedown there by Wolfgang. Hooks up the arm again, up. Going hip toss. And drops the elbow across the arm. Nice big roundhouse there by Aleister Black, and comes through with that moonsault off the ropes. Black can pick up the pace. Striking is his proficiency. But let's be honest, Black can do quite a lot more than what people expect. These kicks, obviously his massive big weapon, but he does bring other offense. His suplexes, pretty big. Springboard high elevation maneuvers are also a big weapon. This combo, one as well as the roundhouse catches Wolfgang. Wolfgang fires back with a combo of his own. This is that bruisery style, just striking blow for blow, toe to toe. These two go. Black takes advantage. Up, nice kitchen sink. And then the follow-up taunt. Lining up Wolfgang, he sweeps out the leg and busts open the Gallus member. It's a dissection as the big running knee from Black keeps the pressure on. It's a concussive shot. Comes through, spinning knee. As the lights fade to black, Gallus are looking to get involved to protect their wolf. Wolfie might be saved. As Mark Coffey staring down Aleister Black. But yes, it will provide dividends. It gives Wolfgang a bit of respite to cause a break, but it's not enough of a break as the sheer drop brainbuster comes through from Black. Wolfgang fights it off, comes through. Nice Inzaguri dropkick, whatever it is. It was fucking big for Wolfgang. And the Wolf fired up now. Bloodied, bruised. Black was just dissecting him with the strikes. And now, with the backup of Mark Coffey, Wolfgang can find an avenue back into the match. But this is a combo. A big one at that, ending in a Meteora. Into the pin goes Aleister. Looking for the W. Gets a 2. Wolfgang surviving really here. He needs to give a little bit more as Black heads up top. Stomping, trying to connect that coup de grace type maneuver. Not going to be able to connect. Instead, lands with the spinning knee. And now, lines up Wolfgang a running knee to the side of the head. He is basically trying to knock out his opponent. Another combination through, ending in a DDT. Black is very quick at linking up strikes. He has been doing it with great proficiency as another sheer drop brainbuster. Just cracking the skull of Wolfgang. Drop down, the stomp through. I think Wolfie might be going night-night soon. Up. And no, not going to go straight down. Wolfgang takes out the knee. And fighting back comes Wolfgang. The combo through. Hooks up Black onto the Fireman's Carry and down. Lawn blower to the gut. Wolfgang, German suplex, a big one there. Explosive with how much elevation Black got. Wolfgang heads up top. No, he's floating. He floated back down to take back control. Nice power slam puts down Black. As Wolfgang returns Black to the ring. Hooks him up. Going for a ride is Black. Stalling suplex, no. Black takes out the knee this time. Turnabout is fair play. And Black sends Wolfgang running. Tries to go for a Black Mass. Misses wildly. As Wolfgang lines up Black. Hooks him up. Goes high into the air and brings him down with that Uranagi. Gets a 2 count off it. And the Wolf, thriving, hunting, stalking his prey, comes through with a gut punch. Drags Black to the ropes. Alistair's now losing momentum in this one as Wolfgang, the Scot, taking over, tossing, applying so much pressure here to Alistair. Sends him running. Tries to toss him, can't do so instead. Black, a big time running knee, drops Wolfgang into the pin. He goes. 1 count, a 2, and a 3. Black Mass not needed. But everything did fade to black for Wolfgang. That knee knocking him out cleanly for the 3 count. Black gets the victory here in the underground. And let's be honest, Black's combinations, lethal, felt through the entirety of this match. Hard to stop for Wolfgang. But there were moments for the Gallus member to take back control. This, the swinging point of the match. Wolfgang's gear wobs to the music. That knee delivered this decisive blow that knocked out Wolfgang.
Here is your winner, Aleister Black!
As Black sits down, the cold heart he is showing ends with the warmth of a victory. Well, from that match, it's underground time for our main event. As Andrade returns into the arena. He is set to compete in this matchup, looking for a massive victory to climb up the rankings of the underground division. The debut opponent for Kurt Angle. Andrade needs to get into winning ways. To do so, his pathway forward is going to be matched with a star who is climbing the ranks for himself, though. And that's someone that's got an effect on us all. And that effect is making me talk in an Australian accent, you know. I just flip-flop through many accents there to get to this one. But you know, Grayson Waller, pretty nice guy. Got a good accent. And also a pretty amazing moveset. Ability to stand dog people into oblivion. Pretty big, pretty impactful. And he looks ready to go tonight in this bat. Nah, I am talking in this accent for no reason, but let's pivot out of it. The hard pivot of all hard pivots. As the fists start to fly from Waller. I feel the same way. I want to crack my neck, get pumped up, because this is going to be an epic main event. Let's toss it to Mike Rome for official introductions.
The following contest is an NXT Underground match. The only ways to win are by knockout or submission. Introducing first, from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 230 pounds, Andrade. And from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 206 pounds, Grayson Waller.
Thank you, Mike, for them introductions. Let's get going. Andrade connecting with the lariat to start us off. Remember, the only ways to win in the underground match is KO or submission. Anything goes, no ropes, no rope break. It is pure action that can take place wherever you like inside the underground. A lot of people really are cheeked up here. Grace in the early goings. Now Andrade, who's got the Fujiwara armbar locked in. Waller takes the neck, swings him around. Just pulls down Andrade, drops the elbow. Follow up as the action now heads outside of the squared circle. Nice suplex there from Andrade as Waller hits the side of the apron and now hits the referee. Referee Kim, constantly a target of Andrade, it seems. Massive German suplex. Oh my word. The skull of Waller hitting the apron. That was pretty potent. Waller being beaten up here pretty bad by Andrade. The early going certainly favorable to the Mexican star. Big boot by the Aussie. Trying to turn the table on this match as the combination of strikes come through. A triangle locked in. Andrade powering out. Punches flying. Breaks the hold. The arm was getting beaten up, tattered there in that hold as well. It was an arm triangle. Nice around the world there with the neck breaker from Andrade as he's hooks in the figure four. Channeling his former partner into the figure eight. Oh my word, he's bridging. Learned that from Flair. And now, here's something he learned for himself. Strikes to the side and the front of the face. Connecting to Waller. Up and down monkey flip. And tries to follow up with the senton. Can't do so. Instead, Waller now in control. As these two high flyers in some regard bring unique offense to the game as the arm triangle again utilized here by Waller. Not going to be able to secure the victory. Andrade's arms, though, are in tatters. As he hooks up Waller, up, down with the suplex. Keeps a hold of it. Brings him down for a second. And I think we'll add the trio, the three amigos. The nip up to end it. Andrade. Suave. Cocky. And very much in control. He busts open Waller. Now hooks him up and spins him around. A neck breaker. Not enough to knock out Waller just yet. Action certainly has been outside the ring for the majority of it. As Waller. Stunner connects. That rolling stunner. Turning the tides on this one. Tries to go for the big punch. Can't connect instead. Andrade lands his shots. Waller creates separations. Nice spinning, thwapping sidekick. I guess you could call it a Melbourne sidekick as Waller traps the arms and connects some unprotected shots to the head. Nice takeout of the legs as well. Waller finally maybe returning Andrade into the ring. And that's going to be the setup. The stunner connects. Waller lands a shot, goes for the triangle. Andrade will he tap the crowd. The fans around at ringside. Tapping, hoping he does, but no. Andrade with the powerbomb. Brings Waller out of the hold. Separation cause. Meteora, though, causes some impact. And now Andrade looking to put away Waller. The referee getting in a good look. That neck crank not going to submit Waller. The ring post will bust open Andrade, though. And both men busted wide open in this one. Powerbomb position reversed out of as the Waller stunner connects. From out of nowhere, he connects with that big offense. And now the arm triangle locked in deep. Waller trying to get the tap out, can't do so. Andrade didn't fight out, it's just Waller letting go. He's got something else lined up for Andrade. The punch connects, up, over! Connecting with that butterfly DDT. Beautiful by Grayson to put away Andrade. We said he had something in the bag to put him away. After he released the hold, he clearly realized Andrade was going limp and he wanted to get the show-off victory with a knockout. And that was perfect from him. Ends the night victorious. Here does the Aussie. Flashy offense paid off. Stunners worked out. And Andrade knocked unconscious to end the night. What a great show we had for you tonight. New stars debuting, victories earned. This massive maneuver ends the night.
Here is your winner, Grayson Waller.
The cocky Aussie. Victorious. And thank you for joining me here in the Underground. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys for Tuesday night prime time.
never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that stack, taking big swings.
Oh, the game crashed. I don't think it likes. Oh, goodness.